Generic greetings and welcome back to Railway Empire. In the previous episode we did Chapter 1 to President rating, which I am really unsure how I managed to do that, but either way, job done. Let's try Chapter 2. So, early days, it's all about the modest beginnings of the railroad, but then how quickly revolutionized transport in the USA. So we'll continue on that one. Rail network realistic, pause mode normal, and yeah, we'll just crack on. So,
giving everything up and dedicating my life to poetry.
No you don't. So,
how about you?
Industrialist, because we don't have don't have an option to change it, and generics in for the name, and it's going to be the Baltimore and Ohio Railway Company, I'm guessing. Continue. So, as previously, I'm going to just skip the random video here because, you know, don't want to get flagged and all that. And good grief, that's a lot of tree.
I'm Evan Thomas. It's always been my dream to build a railroad to the Ohio River and beyond.
Mm-hmm.
That would help everyone.
Yes, it would.
Both the settlers and the natives. And I need your help with that. First of all, I have two tasks for you in order to build a base from where we can monitor further activities. But as I learned back when I was a bank clerk, the books must always balance. So take care to make a profit, even with these preliminary assignments.
Okay, so we still need to make a profit, so this is going to be a little bit more difficult than previously. So we have to connect Baltimore and Washington and 3 rural businesses to our network. So, Baltimore and Washington. Well, Baltimore's there and Washington's there, so that should be quite an easy task. So we'll say building construction, small train station, and we'll say one there and then the other one there. Like that, just slight angle, just so we can get a bit of curve on there, and then we'll connect them. Oh, hang on, wait. Don't say that's mine. Don't say I've just added another... I'm an idiot. Okay, fine, right, okay, so we already had that. Okay. That's for the other way, right? Yeah. Damn it. At least you can have 2, though. We've learned something, right? Okay, so we're going to add another line in, because I just... this is problematic, actually. Because of the gradient. The incline, you see. See, how much is that? That's 26 grand, and that's 30 grand. Okay, we'll have a 30 grander. There's that connected up.
This new fish swimming in our pond.
Uh-oh.
Greetings from the beautiful city of Charlotte.
Hi.
What was your name again?
Generickson?
Beautiful stranger, wasn't it?
Well,
That's what you look like. Just let me know if you need help push-starting your trains.
okay. She really reminds me of... oh, God, I'm going to show up my... lack of Harry Potter knowledge. The woman in the pink coat and always pretends to be friendly, but was actually really horrible. Name in the comments where people have corrected me. Anyway.
But you're not from here, and New York is my city.
Is it?
That's where I do business.
Good for you.
I say when the trains roll, where they're going, and why. As long as you don't get in my way, everything will be A-okay between us.
Okay, buddy. No problem. I'll have to get Mark to come with his Boston accent to do him in. Right.
Our 2 competitors have introduced themselves.
Yes, they
to
have. So this one here.
They have different approaches.
And this one here.
So will behave differently.
Okay, good.
Basically, however, they want to expand their rail networks and make a profit just like you do.
Mm-hmm.
So stay on guard and don't let them take advantage of you.
I will try not to. Okay, so as you can see, we've got milk, crops, I think that's classed as vegetables, and we've got cattle as well. Baltimore requires all 3. Cattle, milk, and that. So we can connect all of those up. So, new track construction. We'll have... this is the problem now. I'll have to get... I could have 2 bits going over. This is going to get expensive very quickly. So I'm going to go down to the... I'm going to go over here. Probably to... Actually, I'll probably leave it there. Small train station. Oh, by the way, while I'm here. Yeah, supply tower. And we also might as well add a maintenance thing there. Okay, so I think instead I will connect it up to there. I think this one is just understand that it's a mistake. But it's good to know, actually, that you can place... In all seriousness, that is a mistake, placing that one there. But it is good to know that you can place multiple stations. I knew we could place stations in a city that you didn't already have one, as in if the opponent had one, you could do it, but I didn't know you could place multiples of your own. Anyway, so we're going to connect that up like that, and probably add another one there just to alter the incline, and we'll buy that. Quite expensive, but I think it's worth it. So rail line there and there, automatic, add locomotive, that a one, and rail car, don't have any research. Speaking of research, should we have a look what we've actually got? Research, yeah, very, very basic stuff. So there's the grasshopper, then the John Bull. We've also got a covered cab, allows journeys to be made in any weather, increases profits from transported mail by 10%, and also we've got a covered freight car, increases transport fee per freight car by 10%, so that's useful. 100 points though for either of those. Anyway, let's close that down. So we now need to do the milk as well as the grain, and also, well, all of these basically, get the lot in, I think. So, we're not going to have... Actually, I think we'll do one more bridge, but we're going to connect that up like so. Then the other one will come along. We'll have a bridge that will go... This will go to the dairy farm. And then it'll go past as well. So there it'll do for us. Small station there. We will... See, it's very undulating ground. We'll do that. And then we'll, from here, spur it off. Then continue on to there. But we could probably get away with... Yeah, that. Yeah, I thought we could. I mean, we could always, if we wanted to, connect that up to the back, but that means that this can come all the way down to here, you see.
The bigger a city gets, the greater its demands get too. At some point, the goods from the immediate area will no longer be enough. That's where the railroad comes in handy.
Yes, it does.
Now select Baltimore to take a closer look at the city.
Okay, select Baltimore.
Baltimore,
Done.
where the headquarters of our firm is located, has a large clothing industry. The city therefore needs a constant supply of fabrics.
Yes, it does.
In New York, on the other hand, the fashion-conscious customers are waiting for deliveries of ready-tailored goods.
Right, okay.
Lay a rail line between Baltimore and New York so that the clothing produced in Baltimore can be delivered to New York.
But we're not producing any clothing. Because that cloth, that turns cloth into clothing. And there's no raw materials available. So how do we get cloth? Cotton. Well, I'll follow this guy's advice. Let's just check the tasks. Oh, done anyway. Well, that was easy. Let's just follow his instructions. So, we need to connect up New York and... actually, first, what I'll do... New line. You know, it might be better if I just have there and then that one. Actually, that might be better. Let's try that. Connect those up like so. We'll say new line, that one, then that one. Okay. And then add that locomotive. And what that means, it's probably going to only half... Well, it might only half fill from the Collins estate. No, it doesn't. It doesn't. So it's going to come here and do nothing. It's just going to stop. Oh, it's going to struggle getting around that corner, that's for sure. That's also a lot of smoke coming out the top of that. Yes, it's just going to stop. Okay, so we probably do need 2 trains. So I'm going to remove that. We don't need to stop there. That's fine. So we will set up a new line, but that's going to get some... Probably have some block lines, actually, but it's not too much of a problem. So we'll save that up. Changes to railroad made. Obviously, we do want to say new line, rail, that one, accept that. Locomotive, standard locomotive. There's that done. We also do need to go for that one there as well, but yeah, we'll get to that. Problem. Look at that straight away. New York's come all the way down to Collins Estate, and they've actually dumped... very smart. What they've done, they've put a very large very large station there, and it's connecting up to both. Maybe that's what I should have done there. I didn't know if it was close enough. If we upgrade that, we might be able to get both as well. Let's see if that would have worked. Large train station. Yeah, large train station would have worked for both. Very clever. Very clever. Alright, okay. So, let's continue on with what I was going to do over in New York. But the problem is, I'm going to have to go around that way. Because I don't think I can go through his lines. So if I just, for example, build off here. No, I'd have to go up and over, which is obviously not something that is really suitable. Although, go there and then around. Nah, it's not going to work. It's not going to work. Okay. What I'm going to do, I'm going to delete that. I might as well delete my station over here as well. That garbage one. And what we will do, we're going to follow what that guy's done. We're going to have a large train station. There you go. Delete that. Delete, sadly, that section of track. To there. And then we should... Do we already have any... No, we have no... Leaf spring suspension. This is an auction. So, what to do? Increase the number of passengers in every city where your company has a station by 10%. We'll try and get it. I've got over 1 million, so I should be able to afford it. Yeah, there we go. So we've got it.
To play with the big boys? So what now?
So, train list. Washington, Baltimore. There's one just says Baltimore. That's because, technically, there's no line going to there. Now there is. Job done. Collins Estate. So these two here, again, I think what we can do is delete that and delete them. Delete both, essentially. Object in use. Yes, it is. Damn it, I'm going to have to change that. Anyway, let's connect up New York. So we'll say train station. There.
You think this is funny? Give up that station, you idiot!
We'll trestle up to there. Then we'll go around. And then connect it up to there. Alright. And there's us connected. Supply tower can go in. And that should be those connected. New train. Baltimore, New York. We're going to have a passing point here. Although we sort of have one in this section here. I'll just have to put some signals in. So we'll save and exit that. Add locomotive, yes. We will say build supply tower.
Stay alert. I will check on your progress from time to time.
Good. One signal can go there. The other can go there. And we want to change it so that one... That one, no. That one, no. Hang on, that has to spin round. So, this one comes that way. And then this one will go that way. Yeah. So, in order to go...
One of your
Yeah, that's
engineers
correct.
spilled the beans, and now I have new technology.
Oh, okay. Excellent. New technology. Let's go for covered freight car. And also covered cab, maybe? I've got that leaf spring, as you see. Train whistle. Increase the number of passengers in every city where your company has a station. I will say... No, covered cab. And the question is, if I've just got covered cab, will it cover the cab? It doesn't. Literally unplayable. Waiting for Baltimore to New York. Waiting for Baltimore to New York. Waiting for Burton to Baltimore. Yeah. Yeah, we've got a problem. They're all stuck. They're all completely stuck. Okay, what I'll do... Another passing point here. And then we'll have... Signal. I want them to be able to This one, they can come... They can't go that way. So one there and there. So... I was going to spin it around there. And don't say that's going to back up to there, is it? Yeah, that worked right until... Can I pull forward a bit, please? Another signal in there. Yeah, that goes to there. Then that can pull forward, and there we go. Right, so it's just altering the signals. I just need to have a mess around with the signals. So that is going to wait there. That one is going to wait... Oh, that's okay. And then... Yeah, that should be alright. It's just getting your head around the signals. And why can't... Can we go that way? Yes, we can go that way. That one can go that way. Will that work? No. There we go. So they have to go that way. Let me just add one on the other side just to make sure. That hasn't broken down, has it? So, can't go that way. Has to go that way. Yeah, that's fine. So it's prioritising this way rather than that way. Yeah, okay. So it looks like we've sort of fixed it. 3 new tasks. Connect Baltimore and Pittsburgh. Pittsburgh. Where's Pittsburgh? I don't know. I'll have to have a look.
If you transport the clothing from Baltimore with your rail line, you will be making a considerable contribution to the growth of the industry.
Ah, there you go.
Everyone profits from that.
So, so we need to connect up Baltimore, Pittsburgh, and this cotton yard. Ooh, we now have
hire train crews in
train
the
crews.
staff dialogue window.
Cool.
Then you'll need to view the train details of the selected train to assign the staff to it.
Yes, we know. Right, so we have
Now, open
4
the train
new
details of your most important train and assign an engineer and a stoker to it.
Quite Joe. So, we've got engineer, stoker, and conductor. You can have 4 different types of personnel on each train, and they all do something different. So, this engineer is...
Keep your friends close and your
Where
enemies
is it?
closer.
Through skillful control of the steam supply, the maximum speed of a locomotive is increased by 5%. The stoker is increased reliability of a train by 20%, and therefore reduces the likelihood of it breaking down. And finally, the conductor increases the profit for mail by 10%, so that's quite good. So anyway, most important train is probably the one going to New York, so we'll click on the track, like so. Click on that one, and we will manage the train. We want to hire a stoker, and then there you go. We'll also hire an engineer, which will be... doesn't really matter, that one there. You saw that the applicants disappeared? That's because they don't stay there forever.
Call on cities, farms, or mines. Of course, your transport income will fall if your competitors connect these to their rail networks. Tracks, locomotives, buildings, and cash all increase the value of your company. And the higher this is, the higher the price of your company stocks.
Good. Right, so now connected these 2 up, I will, as always, add that. And when I say as always, I mean,
Just
no.
as other companies buy stocks from you, you were able to buy some from them. If
Right.
you do that, you will profit from the success of your competitors. You should buy stocks via the company dialogue window now.
I'm going to buy 10% of
I
their
can
company.
assure you that your money is well invested in my company.
Hey,
There you go.
thanks for trusting me, eh?
So I've bought those. Just because I can. Right.
This should stay just between
Ooh.
us.
Is that
as
saboteur?
It's, well, not entirely legal.
It is
But
saboteur.
we need to keep all of our options open. A saboteur has applied for a job with you. If you send him to one of your competitors, he will make trouble for them.
Good.
This can also cause their stock price to fall.
So we'll hire the person,
You don't have to deploy saboteurs to do better than your competitors.
but it
You
helps.
could deal with them in a more classy and legal way. Take a look at which routes are more lucrative and will ensure you become the most important transporter there.
So I'm going to say Beatrix von Pomp,
By the
and
way, your competitor,
this
Don
guy never
Lorenzo,
shuts up.
is a bit of a gang boss.
oh, okay.
You can imagine that he has good connections to bandits and saboteurs. So it's much easier for him to deploy such characters.
Yes, it is. He's just one of the characters you can play. I'm trying to bid on this railroad
enjoying
enthusiasts
yourself?
10% bonus.
Don't invade my space. I'll think of something for you. You can be sure of that. Did
So,
you see what happened?
we'll put this
Remember,
on Don
this can
Lorenzo.
happen again and again.
And you can say either on industry, but he doesn't own any, or you can say train station. We're going to say train station, New York, and let's just see what happens.
You should have learned the most important aspects of your position by now. I'll let you get on with your responsibilities. Stay alert. I will check on your progress from time to time.
So we're just adding a train going from
How
those
dare
two
you
places there.
send a saboteur to me?
Wasn't me. What? What do you mean? Saboteur? Wasn't me. So, loads of different tasks here. Connect 10 rural businesses, this is the optional one here, and buy one of your competitors' companies. And oh my good grief, why is there so many... There's so many icons. What? I don't need this many icons. Build a rural train station. Yeah, I'm aware of that. I don't know why we've got so many options. Why we've got so many pop-ups. Let's just... Okay, that's a future me problem. I'm going to check that later. We now have a reporter as well.
Do you?
So, reporter, I don't know what to do, but we're going to try them out. So, which opponent should we type? Oh, so you have a newspaper article. So, we'll say Beatrix, and then we'll get the other one and say Don Lorenzo. And then I think they get like a, yeah, Charlotte turns its back, reporter exposes grievances, yeah. So, you're going to do a bit of a smear campaign on them.
Thing about me? Have you gone completely mad?
You can see this is going back
and...
and...
That. I'm going to feed your reporter to the fishes.
That's not very nice. So, this train's going back and forward. So there's no suitable freight for this train. If we go for... If we check the route out, it's automatic. So, it should have been carrying passengers, to be honest. It should be carrying passengers, so I don't know why it's not. Either way, what have we got? We've got trains running between cities, carry freight and express goods. Yeah, delete that. Signals and switches, we don't understand that. Every citizen in the city needs goods. Oh, just get rid of them all. I think they're just all the old ones. Close all this down. If I could click on them, but they do move around, which is just a tad bit infuriating. Alright, so that's dairy products and it needs, I'm guessing, milk, but we don't have that. So we've got a little bit of money. In terms of trains that we have, you can see that only the Baltimore New York one has made a loss. And it's saying no... It's got no... It's got nothing to pick up. But I'm guessing once we go from Baltimore to Pittsburgh, we should be okay. Yeah, I think so. Either way, I think we will leave it there. Looks like this guy, he's come all the way around, look, across and into Washington. So I'm gonna have to go over that track. That's gonna be a bit of a nightmare. But anyway, we'll do that. Get through here or over these mountains. That's going to be really difficult. We'd like to tunnel through, but that's very expensive as well. Then we'll see how we're getting on. Either way, hope you have enjoyed the video. Thank you very much for watching. Take care, and generic partings.